Okay, Healthy on Vacation, take 2. So we're having some problems with our connection at Mandalay Bay. I'm not sure what's going on with their internet, but I wanted to give everybody a couple quick hints and tips about how to stay healthy on vacation, especially if you're traveling with children and you do not have a car. So Will had to work in Vegas this week, and so Mr. Parker and I tagged along, and it was a great idea, but I did not do as much preparation as I had anticipated that I would, because those of you that have been to Vegas know Vegas is crazy expensive when it comes to food, and portion size can vary depending on where you are. And because I didn't feel like it was appropriate to pay $50 for breakfast for a 18 to 20 month old, we decided that we would work around it. So what I did was I had packed some of his favorite snacks. I had packed some cuties. I packed some organic applesauce, and had a genius idea once we were here, because usually when I travel I bring with me my Salutogenic Life shaker cup and protein powder for myself, so that way I can always have breakfast for myself, but obviously then I have a water bottle and I can get water. Well, nowhere on the Mandalay Bay property is there a water fountain, and that's a strategic move on their part so that you have to buy bottled water. Well, I decided that I was not going to pay $5 for 18 ounces of water, especially since I'm drinking about 80 to 100 ounces a day. I figured that would add up very quickly. And in a genius move on my part, and I'm not sure if this has occurred to anyone else, but I had Instacart delivered to the hotel, which I thought was brilliant. I'm sure that other people have done it, but it was the first time that we've done it. And I ordered not only bottled water, but I ordered some of other snacks for Parker. So we have a hotel room stacked with apples and cuties, and a couple snacks for Will to bring to the data center, and of course a good amount of bottled water and sparkling water, so that we have plenty of supplies this week while we were on vacation. And it's worked out very, very well for us. So keep that in mind if you are traveling and do not have either access to a car, or if you're traveling with an infant. And in our case, putting a baby seat into an Uber in and out just to run to the store for water or for snacks just didn't make sense. So this worked out much better. A couple other things that I do to stay healthy on the road are, of course, bring my Salutogenic Life vitamin packs with. And if you are traveling and changing a considerable number of time zones, please remember that CoQ10 is awesome for jet lag. And I've been taking it even though Vegas is just 2 hours different from Chicago, but I figured it would help with acclimating Parker to going to bed earlier than he would normally have to. I also, of course, like mentioned earlier, bring with my protein powder. I'm a big fan of chocolate whey, and Dr. Jade, who is currently watching, is a big fan of vegan vanilla. So if you have any questions on what they taste like, what we would recommend, either of us is the expert on one or the other. So don't forget to ask if you've never tried it. It's fantastic. It mixes very well. It tastes great. And usually at home, I'll mix it with some vegetables, but obviously here, I just throw it in the shaker cup with a little bit of water, and we are good to go. So that's a very, very simple breakfast. A couple other things you can do when traveling. You can hard boil eggs and bring them with. They travel really easily. And, you know, if you're doing free range eggs, you're obviously not going to get that at a hotel, so it's a quick workaround. A couple other things that people don't think of when they travel is a lot of hotels, especially in Vegas, they have humidifiers. So don't forget to ask. Lately, a handful I think are starting to charge because they're catching on, but ask if that's available, and ask if you can get a small fridge in your room, and that way you can store additional food and you can cool your water. I'm fortunate enough that I am still breastfeeding, and so if you have a medical condition, most of the hotels will give you a fridge without the $25 daily fee. So don't forget to utilize that option as well. Hello, Jan from the Boonies. And those are the majority of things that I find are really easy to add to my vacation to make sure that I'm feeling better, I'm sleeping better. You know, going to sleep at a consistent time and maintaining your schedule when you're on vacation is super important. One of the things most of our patients notice is that they get dehydrated. So don't let being on vacation be an excuse to let your routine go. You can work out in your room, you can bring your equipment with you, exercise bands, a mini foam roller, or even our tiger tails travel really, really easily. So you need literally 5 to 10 minutes when you first get up. So you can incorporate a little bit of activity into every day. Parker and I have been walking all over Vegas. They have a lazy river, but in other ways to get a few more dollars from their patrons, they stopped providing inner tubes. And so now they charge for inner tubes. So Parker and I walked the lazy river. I think I probably walked 5 miles in the last 2 days, and my quads are killing me, but I guess it was a good workout. And carrying Parker was kind of like carrying an extra 25 pounds around the pool. So my arms are getting a little toned and my legs are getting a little toned on our little weekend vacation here. So that's kind of handy. But my point is, you shouldn't let your vacation be an excuse to get out of your routine. So keep doing some of your exercises, make sure that you stay hydrated, and make healthy choices. The biggest challenge I've noticed in Vegas, because obviously we had plenty of fruit, vegetables were a big, big challenge, as funny as that is. There's plenty of options here as far as healthy choices, but adding on vegetables, there's a limited selection. So I've had to kind of improvise, and we were pleasantly surprised. Yesterday I took Parker to a kid's restaurant, and they actually had grilled chicken breast and broccoli and carrots. That was very, very nice. It was a very nice surprise. Parker enjoyed it immensely. We're gonna get him back in his routine as soon as we're home. So in quick wrap up, maintain your schedule. Try to go to sleep and get up at the same time. If you have the ability, bring your own pillow. That will improve the quality of your sleep. Make sure that you are eating your fruits and vegetables. Again, don't let vacation be an excuse to kind of just let things go, because then you're going to be trying to play catch up when you get home. And most of us know that that's not as easy as it may seem. Stay really well hydrated. Travel, especially airline travel, can be dehydrating. Keep up as much water as you can. About, you know, I'm doing 80 to 100 ounces. You want to be doing about half your body weight in ounces of water. Unless you're somewhere like Vegas or you're being very active and you are losing more water, you want to up that up a little bit more. And make sure you're taking your vitamins. So I find traveling the Salutogenic Life women's and men's packs, and we also do a prenatal pack, very, very easy to travel. That way you're not bringing like 10 different bottles with you. You just have to bring with your multi-pack. And then the probiotic capsules that are in the pop pack don't have to be refrigerated. So those travel very well also. So those are some hints and tips. Again, Dr. Jordan Leasure with North Shore Proactive Health. And remember, this is not meant to be medical advice, but just some quick answers and suggestions that patients have had. And this week was sort of my own spark because I was on vacation, and having healthy habits follow you on your trips is super important too, especially if you travel for work and you're traveling consistently. So if you have questions about anything that I suggested, the vitamins can be found at salutogeniclife.com. We ship all over the country. And if you have a topic that you would like to hear about, feel free to PM me, or if there's anything I suggested that you didn't understand, or if you have some awesome travel tips to stay healthy that you'd like me to include for our patients, I would love to hear them as well. So thank you so much for watching, and tune in for next week when we were back home in Chicago, and we will have a new Wellness Wednesday at 6 o'clock Central. Have a wonderful week, keep up the great habits, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.